You'll never run out of things to see travelling on the TARDIS. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 weirdest planets on Doctor Who. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll only be looking at planets rather than asteroids, stars, or other celestial bodies, weird as they may be. Number 10, Ember. While the Doctor spent this special racing against time to save a crashing spaceship, we still got the chance to see a lot of this very memorable setting. Sardic Town was a steampunk neo-Victorian city on the planet Ember, itself a strange location. The thing that really set Ember apart from so many other episodes set in Victorian England, and Moffat's era had a fair few, with the flying fish.
Now, why would people be frightened of you tiny little fellas? Look at you sweet little fishy wishes.
The fish survived by swimming in the planet's thick cloud belt, often reaching street level. The Doctor even gets his sonic screwdriver bitten in half by a sky shark.
So, little fella, what do you eat?
Number 9, Midnight. One of the most frightening episodes of the revived series had a setting just as elusive as its mysterious villain. The Doctor and Donna visit an outer space spa on a planet called Midnight, made entirely of diamond, and he decides to go off on a tour.
Taking a big space truck with a bunch of strangers across a diamond planet called Midnight? What could possibly go wrong?
The planet shone so brilliantly that it made the extonic rays of the nearby star even deadlier, throwing light into the eyes of any human who looked upon the surface without some kind of filter for more than a few seconds.
That is beautiful.
Making the planet even stranger was the creature that attacked the Doctor, which was never properly defeated or even understood. Number 8, Leper Lucia.
Apalapachia. What a beautiful word.
It was this planet's beauty that initially drew the Doctor and the Ponds to its surface, though they found it had been ravaged by a plague for many years. This plague was fatal to two-hearted individuals, meaning the Doctor was soon stuck on the TARDIS, unable to take in the sights. Meanwhile, Amy got trapped in a temporally complex medical facility for decades, and the strange environment of Leper Lucia was one of the few silver linings to her situation. It had bizarre spiral trees, a pink sky, and mountains made of mirrors. It's not surprising that it frequently topped the list of the best destinations for space travelers.
It's beautiful.
Number 7, Mars. It may be our closest neighbour in the real world, but in Doctor Who, Mars has played host to all sorts of strange stories. First and foremost, it's the home of the Ice Warriors, reptilian humanoids who have appeared numerous times in both the classic and the reboot series.
I know your people of old. I was once an honorary guardian of the Tythonian Hive.
But while they're now familiar to us, other Martian threats have been a lot more, well, weird. The flood parasite featured in The Waters of Mars was especially creepy, taking over humans who came into contact with even one drop of contaminated water. It was so dangerous that had the Doctor not recklessly intervened, every colonist in Bowie Base 1 would have perished. Number 6, New Earth. On their first trip together post-regeneration, the 10th Doctor took Rose to explore New Earth, a duplicate of the original Earth built billions of years in the future by nostalgic Arcadians.
Not bad at all.
That's amazing.
It was home to a sinister hospital operated by cat people, who were keeping a population of cloned humans in the cellar and experimenting on them by giving them diseases. The Doctor returned for Martha's first journey to the future, where they again exposed the seedy underside of New York and met people living in futuristic cars on a sectioned off motorway full of smog. New Earth is definitely not as straightforward as it first appears. Number 5. San Helios. Once an advanced Earth-like utopia, San Helios was reduced to dust by the time the destructive stingrays arrived.
It's a swarm. Millions of them.
They transformed the entire planet into one huge desert, which was as beautiful as it was barren. It was also one of the most interesting locations the show has ever shot in, with production going to Dubai to film the desert scenes. Seeing an iconic red London bus in the middle of the sand dunes certainly made San Helios memorable, which it might not be otherwise due to its lack of landmarks. But maybe one day the Doctor will return to the planet before its destruction to give us a chance to see it in its prime. Number 4. The Library. It might not be a natural planet, but the library was certainly the size and shape of one and functioned in the same way.
It's like a city.
It's a world. Literally, a world. The whole core of the planet is the index computer. Biggest hard drive ever.
But it was only a planet second, as first and foremost, it was a library, containing every book ever written and the largest hard drive ever created. So large, in fact, that when Vashta Narada threatened the visitors, they were rescued by being digitally saved within the data core. While the idea of saving every book ever written is certainly nice, it was this that led to the planet's downfall, as the Vashta Narada got there through the trees cut down to make all the books.
These are our forests.
You're not in a forest, you're in a library. There are no trees in a library.
Number 3. Crop Tour. After arriving at a strange base in the future, the Doctor and Rose were shocked to learn the particulars of this location.
That's a black hole.
That's impossible.
They'd landed on an empty volcanic planet precariously orbiting an enormous black hole, visible in the sky high above. Though the roof opened to give a view of the black hole, it was kept closed most of the time, due to the size of it being enough to drive people mad. The planet was also home to a vast well containing the Beast, a creature implied to be the devil himself, body separated from mind. Crop Tour's fate was sealed when it finally fell into the deadly black hole.
The planet's gone. I'm sorry.
Accelerate.
Number 2. Gallifrey. The Doctor's homeworld isn't one to be overlooked, and while it's rarely seen in the new series outside of flashbacks and a small handful of episodes, it steals the show whenever it's on screen.
The oldest and most mighty race in the universe. Looking down on the galaxies below.
Physically, the planet has most recently appeared as rusty and orange, with most Time Lords living inside the vast domed capital city, a shining metropolis. Outside of this, it's said to be covered in mountains, with red grass and silver trees, and its second largest city, Arcadia, was once thought to be the safest place in the universe. Long thought to have been destroyed in the Time War, Gallifrey seems to be back for good, though the Doctor rarely visits.
Welcome home, sir. As commander of the armed forces of Gallifrey, I bring you the greetings of the High Council.
Number 1. The Ood Sphere. The home of the Ood is so cold that its buildings are carved from permanent ice that never melt. Look at that view!
Yep. Beautiful.
It serves as an interesting destination for the Doctor and Donna during the Doctor's second encounter with the strange creatures, which saw them understand the Ood and their cruel enslavement at the hands of the human empire in a much deeper capacity. As well as being home to the Ood, it was where the Ood brain was kept, an enormous brain that enabled the Ood hive mind to exist at all. Once freed, the Ood set about repairing their home and returning to life as it should be.
Magnificent.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.